Hey, how you doing? This is John and welcome to John's Longbox. Today we're going to look at another board game. This is Gekido Bot Battlers by Simon Games. I'm very loyal to Simon Games. I'll talk about that in another video. But here we have the box, really cool looking box, and here we have the game. It's a really small game. And this is a board made up of 9 tiles. This has to be in the middle. These are the corners, and then you shuffle it up. So the board is kind of different, but it's not super different. And each space has a little power that you could use, you know, when you're on your turn. Like over here, you could flip a dice over. Over here, you get +2 to attack, -2 to defense. Over here, you get +2 defense, -2 to attack. Over here, you could get cards. And over here, you could get an extra reroll. So with that out of the way, let's look. So I was Tetsu Bot, pretty cool looking samurai warrior bot. And you start, you know, you're on the board. So let's pretend that it's my turn and I'm just going to take a turn. You got these control dice over here. And what you do is, first thing you have to do is you move. And when you move, you have to move so that you are near somebody so that you can attack them. So I'm going to move over here. Why? Because I get +2 damage. And then I can only attack overclock. So now I'm declaring my attack against overclock. So I flip this over. That means my attack is declared. So if the overclock player had a card that would activate when being targeted, they could flip over the card. And so, you know, that helps you with the timing issues. So my imaginary friend, all my friends are imaginary, nobody likes me. But if my imaginary friend didn't play a card, so now I'm going to roll 5 control dice. So now I roll 5 control dice and I look, oh wow, look at this. I have 2 pair. So I can now put this over here. Okay, and you see that? It says 2 pair. So I get 2 cards. And I do 1 damage, but I also get, so I do 3 damage to overclock. So, you know, so you take you do the damage. Then I could decide to move into overclock space. So I move into overclock space, and now he has to move someplace. So he's going to move over there. And now my turn is over. I pass the dice over to the other person. So now let's pretend that I got attacked. Okay, we'll look at my cards. Okay, I got a green card and a gray card. A green card means I can only play on defense. And gray is play after an attack is declared. So like the gray tells you when you can play. And then there's red cards. Red cards I play when I attack. So on my turn, look at my board over here. I could choose. This is easy to get, but this is the way to get cards. This is so 2 pairs, 3 of a kind, full house, 4 of a kind, 5 different, but I can't have any of them to be red. And then 5 of a kind is my ultimate attack. Now, let's just say I'm doing 4 of a kind. I would do 6 damage, but if I fail, I take 3 damage. So you cut the damage in half if you fail, and then you malfunction and you take that damage. So let's look at this. So, okay, so these dice start out all at 6s. All right, so let's pretend they're all 6s. As I take damage, so let's pretend I took 12 damage. So I take 12 damage. So then this die would go to my upgrade. So this die gets removed, my upgrade goes to 1. So now I have 1 defense. So I'm like immune to 1 damage a turn. This dice that I remove, it says 1 power. So I have 3 choices. So I'm going to put it over here. I get 3 choices of flip a die. So as I get weaker, I could get powers and unlock abilities. So this is when this die is removed. So this is at 4. You know, if I take 4 damage, this goes away. These they all start out at 6, and I get diminished until I have this left, and then when this gets taken away, I blow up, and it's player elimination. But it's a quick game, so the player elimination isn't that bad. I like it. Look at these minis that they have. Each one is slightly different. I must admit that I haven't played it enough to know the subtle differences. I just know that Meow is very tricky. He has the least amount of hit points, but he has the most power. So he's got, you know, could do a bunch of tricks. I know Overclock is like a tank. And I know this guy this guy is an attacker. So he does a lot of attacks. But you also want to be strategic when you because like, you know, like Meow, when you're attacking Meow, he has like a lot of counters. So one of his powers, it could be make you re-roll a die, make you flip a die and stuff like that. But you know, so and when you flip a die, there's a little chart. So on the back of the green is red, back of the pink is yellow, back of the blue is orange. And that's pretty much the whole game. You just go back and forth. Everybody takes turns until somebody wins. It's really quick. You can play it with kids. You can play it with adults. What are these tokens? So you get one of these tokens for every player that's not you. So I'll have one for Overclock and one for Meow because I'm Tetsubot. So I can't attack Overclock again until I attack Meow. And then at the end of any turn, when these are both on red, you flip them over to green so then I could attack the other. So it prevents you from ganging up on somebody. All right, it's a fun little game. It's I would put it on the same level as like King of Tokyo, maybe a little bit more complex than King of Tokyo, but it's like a fun party battle game. Like there's a game up there called Heavy Hitters. You see that, Heavy Hitters? That's a tactical miniatures game, but it's a long time to play. It takes a couple of hours. This, I get the same feeling, but in 15 minutes. Obviously, it's not as complex, but it's a fun robot battle game. So there you go. This is Gekido. I keep saying the thing. I think it's based on an app or a video game that I don't know anything about, but I'm a board gamer, not a video gamer. So I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Bye-bye.